Holy shit.
Sometimes I itch.
Started it already?
Yeah, sometimes I itch my balls and smell
You
it.
son of a bitch. You better
Do you not?
What?
Do you
what?
not? Do you not itch your balls and smell it?
I probably do.
You do.
I'm a
Shut
monkey,
up.
dude. Is it audio good?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, audio's good.
You gotta.
Oh, do I gotta come over?
Please. Just so you're in front of me.
Okay.
And I blocked the thing off so that you might want to grab your water.
That's facts.
I always make that mistake. I ain't gonna lie.
Get too deep into it?
Yeah, well, the problem is I start hiccuping. The Zyn ups, yep. And then I'm like, fuck, I knew I should have grabbed the water.
Alright.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm fucked up.
I am too, brother. We just got back to the fucking the goddamn pit, brother.
Went to the bar.
Bro, that place. That lady's an angel, man.
She's pretty awesome.
She's a fucking angel. It's kind of like
the owner in there just busting her ass.
Yeah, she's like a doctor or something.
Yeah, she's like, what do you need?
Somebody, it's like more than that. It's like your mom if she was your doctor. You know, your mom's a pharmacist. Imagine if your mom was your like head doctor. You go seeing your mom for a ball checkup and shit. That's it's kind of this intimate with this lady. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of on the same level, but she's not saying anything obvious, but she's seeing your true self, kinda. You know what I'm saying? Cause
a little bit, yeah.
She's allowing you the ability to be. She's allowing you the space to be. That's what the book talks about. Allowing people, like truly listening, is clearing your mind and allowing space to be in your mind so that it can allow like the person to truly express themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'll talk over people or I won't let them finish a statement or a sentence that they're making. Because I agree already. And I'm like, oh yeah, I agree. But like they had more to say and they could have said more. And I realized that last week a lot because I was like,
catching yourself doing it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These ones are. I think
those are mine. You can have one if you want.
No, I'm good. I got my own.
Is the audio still good?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I tweak about
Did
that.
I fuck it up? Did I hit
you just touched the cord, bro. Every time the cord gets touched, I'm tweaking, man. I'm like,
I'm gonna twist the card.
All right, we got to get real deep into it.
Oh, you moved it so we can't see the time or nothing.
Yep.
And we can just see ourselves. Okay. Sweet deal.
Just our ugly asses on the camera.
I gotta toss my phone real quick.
So we've talked about your like childhood and shit before, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But because of this, because of the recent experiences, I feel like I understand what you're going. Like you're not. I don't completely understand you. Obviously, there's nothing like that. Nobody can completely understand each other. But I feel like I understand the mindset that you found yourself in a lot more. So what I want to know is like. Okay, so you were put on antidepressants at like 14 or something like that, right? Because you were depressed, obviously. Mm-hmm. So when do you think your first, like, did you believe in spirituality before that? Or when do you think your first spiritual experience was? Like, when do you first realize that, oh shit, I'm separate from my body? Was that doing a substance? Was that, like, through, like, natural means? Because I'm very, like... I'm trying to figure this shit out for myself. Like, it's a selfish endeavor question, and I'm not unwilling to admit that because a lot of the things we do as humans are selfish, but
I don't know. There's stuff back then that I've realized now was me doing that, but I didn't realize it at the time. Like me cutting my like leaving scars and shit. That was me proving that I was separate from my body. I was feeling something that wasn't real, and I made it real. You know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting thing.
But I kind of knew that at the time, but I didn't realize that's what I was doing. Now it relates to it. Now it relates to it because I have a genre to subject it to. I have one of the boxes we put everything in my brain, like a category to put it into.
So do you feel like you were gathering experiences and then like...
Not on purpose. That's just what
obviously,
I was doing.
yeah, but like... Through just life, you were gathering experiences, and through revelation, looking upon your past, you've realized things.
Yeah.
So when do you think, like, would you say from now would be your first spiritual experience? Like...
first one that was, like, committed to being spiritual?
To where, like, you realize, oh, shit, this is fake. This reality that we're living in, obviously it's real to human brains, and, like, we all live in it. We all do our day-to-day, but... When did you first realize, like, oh, shit,
the barriers aren't what I think the barriers are?
Yeah.
My therapist, actually, I was in therapy. I think it's called...
Therapist made you realize it?
I think it's called EBT. I think it's not EBT, like not the food card, but I think it's like ethereal brain therapy or something. Basically what I had to do, and from what I understand, there's different ways of doing it, but my therapist had like a long metal stick, and it would have a marble at the end of it, and then I would be wearing headphones, sometimes eyes closed, sometimes eyes open, but it would be different megahertz and frequencies, and then it would also be binaural or by audio or whatever. It's where it fades in one ear and goes in through the other.
Like how they do audio testing at like factories and
something
shit,
like
where
that.
it's like, do you hear the beep in this ear or this ear?
But basically,
they do it differently, obviously.
Yeah, so it's called brain spotting if you ever want to...
Yeah, you've told me about this, but I want to hear it again.
Research it, but they move the marble in certain ways, and the audio syncs in certain ways. I think it's called hemispherical sync. It's both of your brain hemispheres syncing, basically, and that allows you to do a number of certain things. Like you can tap into memories that are like what do they call it when they're suppressed? Like suppressed memories, I guess.
Basically, your subconscious.
Yeah, basically, like you can process shit without really processing it. Like you'll have like intrusive thoughts that are repeating intrusive thoughts due to something that you did, or like you have like certain memories as a child that you don't even remember. So it can go through those and it can go through both of them and help you process them.
So it's repressed memories.
While I was doing this, like this is kind of the spiritual moment to it. Like back to your original question, but like while I was doing this, I was like I would just start bawling, but I wasn't like sad. I would just start bawling.
In relief?
No, I don't even know. I was just processing. So tears would start coming out, and I'd just be like really sad.
You want to know what's crazy?
Yeah.
And it makes me want to cry. I don't want to sound like a pussy, but it makes me want to cry you just saying that, because that's how I kind of felt last week.
Yeah.
It was like I wanted to cry. I felt so peaceful, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, I didn't know this was possible within me.
Yeah.
That's why I've been so stuck, but I don't want to talk about myself.
It might be like, it's kind of like that. It was sad at the time, but now that I'm thinking about it, it was kind of joy because I was working through shit that I would have
relief.
I would have never been.
Oh my god!
I would have never been able to work through that shit. So I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even know I had to work through this.
But because nobody tells us.
But you don't really know what you're working through. That's the thing. But you know you're working through something. I don't know. It's hard to describe. But look up brain spotting. Watch a video or something. Learn about it. It's pretty fucking cool. It helped me a lot.
What that makes me think of is the Neuralink video I watched, because they were talking about how there's like millions of connections in between your right and left hemisphere of your brain. So what you're saying is
you basically
on a normal day-to-day basis, we're not like actively in both, or like we're working in both, obviously, but like they're not
communicating with each other. The right side of your brain is the left side of your body, and the left side of your brain is the right side.
Basically like a Chinese and a Mexican guy.
Did you know about that though?
No.
Left side of your brain controls the right side of your body. Right side of your brain controls the left side. They're flipped back.
I feel like I've heard that, but
and while like that's what I'm saying.
I don't know
they're kind of on opposing teams in a way, and the thing that EBT does or brain spotting does is it kind of syncs them, so they're doing the same thing basically. They're communicating with each other.
So is it a form of hypnosis or?
I don't fucking know. I'm not very educated. I just know how it helped me.
Let's ask
really.
Rock.
You asked what my experience was, and that's it.
I'm gonna ask this fucking AI. What is brain spotting?
It's when you spot brain.
Brain spotting is a therapeutic technique developed by David Grant, PhD, in 2003, aimed at treating trauma, emotional pain, and a variety of other psychological issues. Here's an overview based on the information available up to September 2024. Mechanism. Brain spotting operates the principle that where you look affects how you feel. Therapists help clients find specific eye positions known as brain spots, which correlate with the activation of traumatic or emotionally charged issues within the brain, particularly in areas like the amygdala, hippocampus, or the orbitofrontal cortex of the limbic system. These brain spots are believed to access unprocessed trauma in the subcortical brain, subcortical brain, which is involved in emotional processing. What's the summary?
That's basically what I said.
They put a lot of shit in here now. Benefits. Okay, you said. Yeah, that's essentially it.
That's kind of what I said.
Applications, it helps with anxiety, depression, PTSD. Yeah. That's pretty fucking
Was
fun.
I on the dot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, it illuminates, like, parts in your brain that have trauma.
It moves through your brain and figures it out.
That's insane.
It's wild. Yeah, because I remember the first session, she was moving that bitch a lot, but then she would find a spot and kind of stay at it. Like,
There's no way that's just electrical impulses. Come on.
I don't know. It's like a weird...
It just gets locked in
It's like
there?
a weird passcode we figured out to tap into the subconscious.
What the
We're
fuck?
like, what? Listen to music, do this, lights this way, marble.
Oh shit, I'm fucking sad. I'm so sad. Like a weird seance we figured out. Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy. How old were you?
This has been my therapist for a while. I was probably like 15 or 16.
And you trusted this lady? That was before you ever did drugs or nothing?
No, I was doing drugs.
And did you tell her about it?
Yeah, she knew.
Really?
Yeah.
And she didn't care?
No, she cared.
But she didn't, like, stop you?
She was my therapist, yeah, not my, like, parole board. I was never on parole.
Maybe that's my problem. I always had, like, people assigned to the government. So it's like,
We paid, like, out of pocket for this lady, I think.
God damn.
Yeah.
Rich people. I'm just kidding.
It was like $150 a session. No, because I remember I used to have to buy it. I used to have to pay for it at the
Really?
end. Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
It sucks, dude.
That's a lot of money. I had to do that for that shit over there.
Yeah, but you just gotta factor it in and pretend the $150 in your paycheck doesn't exist. You just gotta be like, nah, this just doesn't exist.
You're like, I guess I gotta go see this lady again.
Yeah, like,
pay a lot of money. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So, when do you think you first felt like an intense presence then? Like an intense state of presence for a prolonged period of time? You think you ever had that? Like to where you were in, like, do you ever have like a state where you were just completely at peace with everything for a while?
Oh yeah, I've tapped into those. That might have been like mushrooms or acid for like some of the times.
Is that the only times?
No, I've done it naturally. I go into it naturally. It seems not to stick around as much, but naturally it does happen.
That's why.
Like on a substance of some sort, you can sit in it for a long time, but like naturally you kind of like I don't know, your brain just does what the brain does. You don't
Maybe
have,
that's the key, man. Because like if substances really gave us so listen, all right, you look at it as like an evolutionary perspective. If you're a monkey and you're doing monkey shit, you're just operating as a normal monkey.
I'm still doing monkey shit.
Me too, brother.
Monkey shit, monkey poo.
But then you take a substance that allows you self-awareness, and you're like, okay, I'm doing monkey shit, but I don't have to do monkey shit. And then you start doing other shit, but then you're not finding this substance all the time anymore. So maybe you start... I don't know how it would work. Like, obviously, we can't speculate exactly how it would work, but what I'm essentially trying to say is through, like, the process of taking some kind of chemical, we give ourselves this present moment peace and awareness, and sometimes we get it endogenously, and especially if you like...
You step away for a second and
yes,
go like, yeah.
Yes, yeah. And you're like, hold on, let me look at this from a different perspective.
Damn, this is fucking...
But to operate as a normal, successful human, maybe we have to operate in this ego perspective. Well, we do. Like, you can't operate... That's why I was having such a hard time last week, because I was operating with no identity. I really didn't feel connected to Cody Kiss. I'm like, okay, I know I'm in this body, but, like, do I really have to pay any of these bills? Do I have to do any of this shit that... Like, everybody says I have to do this shit, but I don't really have to do any of this shit.
Yeah, you fucking... I remember you asking me about bills and being like, dude, I almost fucking forgot we had responsibilities. And I was like...
Bro, that's why I didn't really... I think that's why I've been procrastinating on doing podcasts and, like, solo ones and shit. It's just because
now we've been grinding.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but I don't want to have to tell people that I'm, like, sad and shit again. But it's like normal life.
No, that's what Theo does.
Yeah, it's
Theo
like, hey,
does that
I'm
shit.
Fucking sad.
He's like, I'm doing good this week. How the fuck you
I've been fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I know you've been like, and this isn't like to bash on you or nothing. Like, you've been making fun of me. You then like, hey, get out of that shit. You just been trying to get me out of it, but like, I haven't. Like, it's just hard, man.
Yeah, no,
it's a weird feeling. It's just a sense of dread that, like, holy fuck.
Doom. The world's fucked. Everything's fucked. My dad's gonna die.
But at the same time, I know I can help if I just keep doing this shit that I'm doing. And I'm, like, we're doing good.
It's all, like, semi-irrational fears. They're sort of rational and sort of not rational.
That's why I ran so hard today, to be honest. And, like,
You're trying to
it
push.
It felt
the
like
limits.
I was dying, but I wasn't
fuck.
dying. I was just like, I know this motherfucker's fucking with me, so let me fuck with
Let
it
me
back.
push him to the edge and be like, I'm ready to see where you're going.
It gave me a moment of clarity.
You want me to die? I'll die. I'll keep running until I fucking have a heart palpitation.
Then my ego's like, I don't want to die.
And then you're like, I fucking knew, dumbass pussy. Yeah. Get down there.
Your mind's stupid.
But every time you catch it, it's like it slips another layer deeper, and you got to figure out what your ego is doing now, because it's always doing something, but you just got to figure it out.
I think I want to start getting into NSDR, which is like Yoga Nidra.
I've heard of the abbreviation before.
Yeah, Huberman calls it NSDR. I don't think he patented it, but he pretty much came up with it. But it's non-sleep deep rest. You're essentially it's kind of like meditation, but you're just laying there. You're just laying there and watching your thoughts. You're not sleeping, but you're just laying there. And I did that the other day after I showered. And it's kind of weird because you watch all the shit that comes up, and it's like a horror movie of nonsense. It's just like a bunch of bullshit that.
Like, why am I worried?
What the fuck is all this shit?
I gotta do laundry tomorrow? What the fuck?
It's like, I missed this girl, I gotta do this, this happened, oh my god. And you're like, what the fuck? Oh my god. I wonder if it's just like an imbalance.
In our old house in Pewaukee, the house you used to stay at. You remember the closet in my old room, my mom's office?
Yeah.
I used to go in there and close the door, you close the door, that's lights out, like darkness. And I used to sit in there for like hours meditating.
What did that feel like? Did you visualize anything or see things?
You bounce through your thoughts and you realize, like, why am I worried about this?
But did you like see like visuals?
Oh yeah,
because like
you can like almost predict the future a little bit, like. I'll be thinking, so sometimes before work, I'll do the same shit you're doing, where I just sit in it and think for a second, but I'll think about like how people are going to come in the shop because I've already talked to them and I know what they're thinking. So I'm like predicting people's reactions and predicting my reaction to people's reactions, and then I'm like, I'm going down these weird roads where I'm getting anxious for no reason, and then I get mad at myself for getting anxious for no reason.
Bro, the other day,
like double trapped. Yeah.
I literally talked about this on the solo pod, the last one I did, because the other day when I was feeling at peace, I was watching my brain, obviously, and I was working with Shannon doing hitches, and I thought that he was going to have to come up to me and talk to me about something. I don't even remember what it is now. That's how stupid it was. I thought he was going to have to come and talk to me about something.
So you were like
I was like, what's going to happen? All these directions that could have gone. But it only fired off in one direction, and luckily I'm like, okay, that's unnecessary, and then I retracted myself back and came back. But then he didn't even come up to talk to me. That's the thing. Like, I was about to go on all these different pathways of how this could have happened, and he didn't even come up and talk to me. It wasn't even a necessary conversation to think in your brain.
He was just chilling the whole time, and you were over there spazzing while you were at peace. So even while you're at peace, you don't really escape it. This is the thing, is naturally it doesn't stick around. Even psychedelically, it doesn't really stick around. Psychedelically, it skews your viewpoint of how long it sticks around.
Yeah,
so you don't really
as
know
long
how
as
much
you're
time
in the human biology, thank you. It never really goes anywhere.
Yeah.
You're kind of just like in yourself. That's
you're
kind of
trapped inside the human biology. You're trapped inside of it. You are piloting a human right now.
I love that analogy that you had the other night. Piloting a human with no instruction manual. Yeah. That's exactly how it is. Because, goddamn, is this shit hard. Nobody tells you how to do it. Like, you can go and get advice from all these people. You can look to people who are older than you, and you can get all this experience. But at the end of the day, and that's what I've been trying to, like, deal with, is that, like, when I tell you I'm alone, I know I'm not alone. I know I have you. I know I have my dad.
You feel alone.
No, it's not that. It's the fact that we are alone. The thing is, we're processing everything. Even I'm processing you right now through my own fucking shit. All we have is ourself. I realized that when I broke up with Maddie, because I thought that I had her. No, I never had her. All I had was me perceiving her. And yes, we have other people, and obviously, like, I'm not saying people don't exist and shit, but like all we have is our perception of everything.
I like to think that we have nature. That, like, everything, it notices everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's the soul.
Like, yeah.
Like, everything has this essence, and we all notice, like, I'm noticing in you that we're the same.
I don't know. When you feel like you only have yourself, do you feel like nobody else sees you and you're alone? Like, nobody else understands it? Or what do you mean by that?
Can you ask that question again? Sorry.
Like, you said, like, you only have yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean for you? Like, do you feel like nobody's seeing you or nobody's believing you or understands?
Kind of, because no matter, like, that's why I kind of just, like, that's why I was like, I got nothing today within that, like, chat we were talking about, because, like, I understand, like, sometimes I'm like, I want to tell Chance this and I want to talk to him about this stuff, and you have great advice and shit, and it's nothing about what you tell me, it's just the fact that no matter what you tell me, it's not really going to help me, because I'm in myself. Yeah. Like, and I think that's how everybody is. You have to help yourself.
But the reason I still do it is because it helps you. It helps. It helps you in 3 months when you fucking can process it. Because
I'm processing a bunch of bullshit.
You're like a race car computer with like the NASA's first computer's processor. Like your processor just moves so slow.
I'm like your computer booting up, bro. I'm trying to boot up all this nonsense that doesn't. Like, it's like Steam, Discord, all this. Yeah. It's like, no, stop. It's like, stop pulling up.
I've opened the task manager. The CPU is just at 100% for like 15 minutes. It's at 100%, and then it finally drops like 30 and starts actually loading shit.
That's how I feel.
It just goes.
I dropped to 30 last week and finally started loading things, and I'm like,
and now you're back to spazzing. Back to absolutely spazzing on a pussy.
Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah. You notice this neck pillow I got?
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
It's pretty sweet.
It is pretty badass. I'm pretty jealous.
Remember how I was yapping about not having one at the Loves? I pulled over to another one and fucking copped one immediately.
Did you buy one?
Yeah,
I didn't even see you buy one.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
When we were sleeping in the car?
No.
We did not have sexual relations in that vehicle.
Only you would think of such a thing.
Bro, how uncomfortable was that fucking car?
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 uncomfortable.
How do I look in this hat? I look like a dad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do. You look like you're ready to grill some burgers. You look Jewish and black for some reason.
I got a long nose.
You do got kind of a
fat-ass nose, dude.
You got a Jew nose for a black guy.
Bro, I was insecure about it as a kid. Because as a kid, bro, with this nose on, like, my child face, it was the same nose my entire life.
What type of nose do I got? I don't even know. I don't even think about that shit.
You have kind of a Jew nose, too.
Do I?
It's kind of, like, long. It's like, I don't know, all white people noses kind of look the same. It's just how distinct they are.
I have no idea. I've never thought about my nose shape, I don't think.
I don't think I have either. Well, no. I do just because somebody told me I had a big nose one time.
Really?
But I think in there. But look, okay, I'm going to say this in the least racist way possible.
All right. Proceed.
I think all black people kind of look like monkeys.
That was Cody Allen Kiss that said that. Cody Allen Kiss said that.
Okay.
Cody Allen Kiss said that all black people look like monkeys.
To the primates, obviously, because we're African. Like, African descent is like where we came from. That's where human life came from. Or the human species, I should say. So, obviously, the African people are going to look the most like the primates. And we have big, like, noses. We have big ears. We have a lot of features. I'm not saying we look exactly like monkeys.
You just keep digging yourself a hole.
I don't really care, man. I'm black. I can say it.
Cody Allen Kiss said, old black people look like monkeys.
I was raised by white people. I might be racist, but I don't think I am. I respect all races. I'm just saying, if you look at it, like, white people have completely different features. You guys have small noses. You have, like, thin faces. Like, a lot of our faces are, like, even my face now. Like, I have a thin jawline and shit, but it's pretty bulky. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have, like...
Your hair is like a rope versus, like, thin.
Like, yeah. What did I drop?
My fucking Vaporman.
I did it again. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, buddy.
Yeah, but, like, I'm not saying that, like, black people are monkeys. I'm not saying we're stupid or nothing. But
it has been said.
A lot of them do act retarded.
Listen,
if you're out gangbanging,
oh my God.
If you're out doing stupid shit,
yeah, that's true. If you're
knock
being
it
reckless.
off, dude. Quit making us look bad.
Quit leaning.
Just get your shit together. Go get a job. I know it sucks, dude. I don't want to work. Me and Chance talk about quitting every fucking day.
I talk about every time we talk about quitting. We talk about robbing motherfuckers. You want one of mine? Since you giving me a couple of yours.
I have one in, but I will take one.
You're gonna double pack? Like, you gotta put one in and then take the other one out like Tucker Carlson.
I'm gonna put it up here.
You're gonna double?
Mm-hmm.
Double it. It's a good strat.
Thank you.
It's about a cigarette amount of nicotine. I got my Juul if you're trying to go deep.
I can't pack it in the upper lip.
No, it's got to go lowy.
Yeah.
You got to have one upper
Just
deck
makes
you
it,
want.
no, both lowy.
Both lowy.
Yeah, I go lowy. Like
I can't deal with lowy. You like the flavor, though.
My
That's
teeth are getting fucked up on the bottom,
You
bro.
like the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I
go straight to the tongue down there.
Hate it.
You don't like it at all?
I hate the flavor. The flavor's the worst part.
Do you like wintergreen mints?
Yes.
How do you not like these?
This is why wintergreen is number one, because it's the most tolerable flavor out of all the flavors, but they suck.
So you'd rather have it no flavored?
I just want to get buzz.
That's disgusting, dude. I'm the complete opposite because when
you're disgusting. You're a little flavor whore, you bitch.
But listen,
I just want nicotine. You're like, give me the aspirin flavor.
All right, listen.
too.
If you just
did you know that's the only 2 ingredients in it?
Nicotine and aspirin.
Yeah,
that's fine. But listen, if you want just nicotine, go and you don't care about flavor, go and chew nicotine gum or put a patch on. I heard nicotine gum tastes like shit.
It does.
But listen, exactly. So listen. To me, it's the same thing with a goddamn Zyn with no flavor. You got a fucking wet, soggy fucking cloth filled with whatever the fuck. You don't even, like, your human brain doesn't. Obviously, we know logically what it is, but, like, just the brain, you're like, what the fuck is in my mouth?
I don't
right
ever think I have a wet, soggy cloth. I'm like buzzing, and then eventually, tummy hurty, and I gotta take it out.
Really? You never like, ugh.
Sometimes. Winnebago was crazy, though. Sometimes I'd have 2 Zyns per day, and it would be, like, for real from, like, 5 when I'm getting there and working till lunch, and then after lunch, put one in and keep it till the clock out.
Somebody was walking. Do you think Winnebago's the most stressful job you've ever worked, or what?
No, this one is.
So you think... What do you think? Winnebago's pussy shit?
No, Winnebago is rough too.
Okay, good.
Winnebago ain't no pussy shit.
I do get really stressed there, and I try to contain it. Like
no,
I'm
I
just
used to spaz, bro.
Bro, I
People bend your fucking parts wrong, and then you're like, bro, I need this shit.
Bro, Austin asked me today. He came over and he's like, "Are all your like raps good today?" And I didn't even realize because I was like in my head, obviously.
Yeah.
I was like, "Holy shit, they have been good. I haven't had any problems today." And I'm like, "Okay, that's a good fucking thing. Why am I looking at all the bad shit?" So he kind of saved me on that.
He was like, "Hey, are you sad right now? Think about something happy." And you were like, "Oh yeah, happiness."
It was kind of weird today because I started singing like Juice WRLD and shit. Very aggressively,
actually,
and
no.
like pounding shit out, bro.
I came home the other day. And I was like, and now I sing out loud if I'm hyped, bro.
Bro, I was hyped up, but what I was gonna say is
the best feeling though is when someone else joins you on the same song. You're just singing out loud.
when I go in there in the morning, I didn't even want to get out of bed. Emily
does that to me sometimes.
She starts singing with you?
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
awesome.
the cool thing about women is they always know lyrics to songs. I recognized that as a child, bro. My mom and sister always knew lyrics to songs. I'm like, what the fuck? How do they know these lyrics?
She will sing by herself more often than I will, but she will join my songs more often than I can join hers.
Yeah.
She knows so many lyrics, and
it's badass, isn't it?
And then she'll tell me the song, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know that song, but I didn't know the beginning lyrics. I just knew the chorus or like something like that, you know.
Yeah, that's cool as shit.
She's awesome. She's beautiful.
Women are wild, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of why I was talking to her today because I was like, I don't even know how it started. I think, she texted me about my stories and stuff just to clarify. She thought she kind of disagreed, and then at the end we realized we agreed. It's just she thought some things that I didn't really think. Because, like, you know how I am.
Open your brain a little bit to a new perspective.
Well, it's just that I put short things on the story
Even
sometimes.
when you were texting whoever you were texting in the bar, I was like, no, this is what you're trying to say. And you were like, oh, yeah, this is what I'm trying to say.
Or I just put short things, and then, you know how I do.
You'll have a short explanation, but you'll blow it up into, like, 4 sentences.
No, but what I'm saying is I want people to connect the dots. You know what I'm saying? And there's no dots to connect.
There's 3 dots.
Yeah.
There's no dots.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that's what's going on in my conversations.
You're flying.
I gotta
think you're leaving all these dots, but you're
Bro,
not
I
leaving
talk
any
way
dots.
too fast. Sometimes I'm like, holy shit, I need
And in reality, you don't need people to connect the dots. You can just give them the picture. You can just say the one sentence that you're trying to say, but in reality, you got to give them 4 sentences, so now they got 4 different dots.
Well, it's because I'm thinking... Ideally, like in a normal
you're trying to break it
conversation,
down.
Yeah, like this, we can break it down. We can talk about things, but on text, it doesn't work.
You just
because I'm like, thinking about it, and then I'm like, and I can do it that fast. Yeah. That's the problem.
You can't understand tone or emphasis.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You
Yeah.
can't tell if I'm sarcastic or joking or laughing or being mad or what. I could be saying "fuck you," I could be mad, or I could be like fuck you. Yeah, it's two different things, but
that's a really good point.
The moment
I
you
forget
translate
that a lot.
it into symbols, you're like,
I think I forget
you
that
lose
a
all
lot.
the person abilities to it.
Yeah, I do forget that a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I just realized that because in conversation I really forget it because it's like, oh yeah, this person really doesn't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Even with you, I think you're just gonna understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
Sometimes I get it, and I'm like, is this? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, this. And you're like, yeah.
Maybe I should just... that's what I think sometimes. Maybe I should just stop
be
texting
you. Nah,
people.
be you. Shut up, man.
Nah, because it's weird.
No, it ain't.
I want to get my
weird.
point across. That's the whole point.
You're getting your point across. You're just doing it your way. It ain't weird. I like how you do it.
I just got a lot in my head.
When you text me, you paint like a pretty good picture in my head, and then I have to figure out what the picture means.
That's what I'm trying to do, is paint a giant picture.
Yeah, you're pretty good. But you could just explain the picture. That's the other route. You have like an option of painting the picture or explaining it.
Yeah.
But I like how you paint it. It's pretty good.
Well,
and I can usually figure out. We talk pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out how to do it better, but I don't think I think this is just shit. That's why I think I don't want to post or nothing, because like short posts and like text and all that shit just doesn't work. Like this is the only thing that I've found that works.
Yeah.
We can express ourselves in a long form manner. We don't have to fucking but if we are that way, it's fine.
Honestly, the pods are pretty cool just for that. Because outside of this, we don't. Well, no, we smoke it. We smoke in the car. The car is like me and your private podcast. Then we come in here and we do this one.
Yeah, but then we always pick up our phones sometimes. Either one of us.
But kind of doing this is hard. This has got to come from the soul to keep it rolling, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you pick up your phone because there ain't nothing else to talk about, and you're not hitting your soul right.
I think the phone. Well, what I realized last week, I think the phone's just an extension of our ego.
Yeah.
Because that's like what it is our third leg. Our ego's attached to that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's hard to unattach from your phone.
I think the ego is just shit you like. That's the problem. If you like anything, it's egoic of you.
Shit you like and shit you say you don't like.
Yeah. I guess it's every choice you make then?
Yeah.
So then how are you gonna,
like, I don't like that anymore.
You can't really escape it, but you can recognize it. That's the thing. It's like you're saying when you went for the run. You're like, okay, you want to kill yourself? Let's run until we die then. And then your ego's like, no, I don't really want to. And then you're like, there you are, you son of a bitch. And then it's just gone. It just slips to the next layer. And you're like, all right, I'm chill at this level, but now I got to search one level deeper and find it again. And I think that's what you had been doing for like the 2 months before you broke through last week and finally figured it out a little bit. You've just been digging a layer deeper and a layer deeper and a layer deeper, and then you eventually were like, holy shit.
It's like an onion, but it's an infinite onion.
Yeah.
It's like Shrek.
It's an immortal onion. It keeps regenerating and pushing you farther
What
out.
the fuck, dude?
For survival purposes, but it's annoying as hell.
And that's what the problem.
That's why you get a big truck with big rims on it, buddy.
But that's the problem now, is that we are surviving just fine. We're surviving just fine. Jeez.
Damn!
That chair tried to run away. We're surviving just fine, but we think we're not. Our brain's fucking with us now.
Yeah.
Instead of innovating for the future, it's like, what about this shit that happened 7 years ago when you were a baby?
Well, now it's trying to process to figure out who you are. That's the thing you said that really blew my mind a little bit, is now we're just left with a giant map of who we are, basically. In your 20s, you have to figure that shit out. So now you're just left to map your brain, figure it out.
All I want to do is sleep now.
God. Yeah, no, right now I am pretty tired.
Fuck this shit.
When I was in the car, dude, I was ready to tell you, bro, I can't podcast. I just want to go sleep. But now I'm chilling.
Well, what I mean is, like, all the time now. I was just like, sleep is so much easier now.
Sleepy.
That's why I'm like, I can't just stay in this fucking down mindset.
Yeah, sometimes you are a sleepy little girl, dude. You're a sleepy little beta.
Well, I just know sleep is, it's like a semi-escape. It's kind of like a drug, man. The mind kind of goes away for a second, but it's your
then I got to deal with you going.
But I guess
I come home and you're sleeping and you're like, stop making fucking noise.
Do you dream still about like crazy shit, like nightmares and shit?
Not as often. No, it's pretty rare nowadays.
You think dream is an escape?
No. No, because you have to sleep. No, because you have to sleep. It's not your choice whether you dream or not, really. It kind of is, but it's not really. It's just your brain doing brain thing.
I think I just like the aspect of shutting off for a second.
Yeah. And dreams come with that.
Yeah.
You like that, so dreams are a side effect.
Yeah.
It's like taking a pill with a side effect. You're taking a dream with a side effect. You're taking
really
a sleep with a side effect.
Can you shut your brain off like normally?
No.
I can't either.
No. What the fuck?
It's hard. But like
I can put it on like power saving airplane mode.
to where it's good for a second.
Yeah, but then it's like raw.
Fuck, dude.
Dude, Friday tomorrow though. It's Friday.
Thank God, dude.
It's Saturday, Sunday.
This week was rough.
It's Friday, and it was short. It was short and rough. It might be rough because it's short.
Sounds like my wiener.
We started on Tuesday. Fucking started the week eating tacos for lunch, and I was like, this is fucking fuck this week.
Wait, do you eat tacos at Sid's?
Yeah, obviously.
God damn, this Zin's fucking me.
You got two of them, yeah?
I took one out.
Tucker Carlson.
But it's like,
I gotta rip a piss.
I don't even know what we're at.
Me neither. I gotta rip a piss.
You can go rip a piss.
I'm gonna go rip a piss.
I might pull it up.
You're gonna cheat? I'm not gonna look.
We're good.
We're doing alright?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Can I still hear myself? Yes, I can. Alright. It's been a rough one. It's been a rough one. Thank God we got Chance Nielsen, because without Chance Nielsen, we would be a lost soul in a crazy world. There's a lot going on. And we're all just trying to find ourselves, man. And it's a rough fucking ride. God damn, is it rough. You think you found it, and then you're like, shit. Here I am again. Back in the goddamn bullshit. And you know, I'm trying to like get rid of this idea because I don't think it's actually going to happen. Because I don't believe that things go wrong. If you're always at peace or always in a blissful state, things won't go wrong. But the ego perceives things as going wrong. And if you have to operate in the ego, then things are going wrong. So then you're fucking trapped in this bullshit loop of nonsense. It's hard to be in your brain. It's hard to be human. And this is not working. It sucks sometimes.
It is working. It's always been working. Thank you, bud. What do you mean it's not working? What were you saying?
I don't know. I was just saying that sometimes we think we make it, and then we got to keep going.
You make it. Well, that's good that you think you make, because like you achieve your goal at least, but then you have to reset your goal. Otherwise, what else is there working for?
That's true. That's a good point. Maybe that's where I'm at, because
what else is there worth working for?
I was just working towards that mindset because I didn't think it was a possibility.
No, you just got to keep moving the bar. You just got to keep going.
What's the next bar then?
New truck, new house.
But I don't want any of that.
You kind of want it.
I just want this to go well, and I just want to be well off. I don't want anything new except for like a house.
What's your definition of well off? A truck you don't have to worry about, a house you don't have to worry about, bills you don't have to worry about, then yeah.
Well, just a family and a house, really.
Do you want to worry about it all the time?
No.
No, then you want to be financially secure. So
yeah, I just want to be financially free.
Yeah. Yeah. So you gotta just grind and keep moving up. What the fuck type of bug is this?
A doggy bug.
A dead bug.
That's what I've been doing.
It's like
and it's hard. But we do it. That's what we do. We just keep trucking.
Grind? Yeah. Grind. It's the grind set, buddy.
And that's what the human life is. We just keep trucking.
Yeah. Dude, I met, this guy named Bob Olson, I guess, was the CEO of Winnebago.
Uh-huh.
He's the chief operator on the board or something. I don't know if he's the CEO, but he was, like, up there on the numbers. Apparently, he just comes to get his oil changes done at our place. I just started talking to him. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing? You got this Mini Cooper? Like, not a lot of people have these around here. What's the deal?" He's like, "Yeah, I like this." And I was like, "Dude, you have a '67 GT? Like, I can see the cars he has in his profile."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Dude, you got a '67 GTO with the 6.6 liter engine?" And I was like, "Oh my god, you got 69?" He's like, "I sold both of them." I was like, "No!" It's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I bought a house down in Florida, and so we go to Florida for the winter, and then come up here in the summer." And I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, what did you do for work then?" Because he was like older guy. I was like, he's retired, and he's like, "Oh, I was chief operator on the board of Winnebago." And I was like,
"Damn.
Oh yeah, that'll do it." And then he's like, "Yeah, I worked my way up." I was like, "Holy shit, that's pretty cool, man." And
that's crazy.
Yeah, he's got like one of the big houses in here. I looked at his address. I looked it up on Google Maps, and it's a big one.
That's fucking rich people shit.
Yeah, I was like, "Damn, you
these
made
cars."
it." He showed me a picture of his, like, he has a shop with a bunch of classic cars in it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like a dedicated garage for just that shit. Like a big ass. Have you ever seen like a machine shed?
No, I don't think I have.
Like a country shop. Like you ever seen a house in the country and then a
Basically
shop
just a
out?
warehouse?
Kind of, yeah. Like a
Warehouse with a bunch of cars.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
That's what a lot of rich people have, isn't it?
Yeah, good bit.
God damn.
What do you think, buddy? Were we close at least?
We're almost done.
Okay.
My stummy's starting to hurt.
Stummy hurty?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go like tummy hurty. What are we eating?
I don't know yet.
You gotta check. We're at 38:14. What are we at? 40:22. We made it, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ending this thing.
Love you guys.
Goodbye.
Baby.